close out this budget.
Baby, you give me ice and fire.
Hey Legacy Builders, welcome back to Mind Your Money. In today's video, I'm closing out the month of May. This quarter's focus word is graceful, so hopefully I'm keeping up with that. We had a few things that I talked about in my May budget reset where I shared my brain dump. That was the first thing, I think one of the first things I did. I was thinking about homeschool because I was nervous about a few things that, basically based on some conversations I had with some of the staff at my children's school. But even though I may not be homeschooling full time for the month of May, I can still enhance my children's learning at home. Day dates. Yeah. I've been increasing the cash savings for this in my binder, but I have this binder that I'm using and I've been putting cash aside for that. And so that's helping us. We haven't actually had day dates because May was so busy. And then we had 2 birthdays in May. We've been prepping and celebrating, so there was just not a lot. The pediatrician's appointments, they were excellent. They went well. I'm super excited about it. I was able to change certain things in the whole family's diet. So that brain dump truly worked well for me. It helped to set us up for an effective May so we could hit the goals that we really wanted to hit. Of course, looking at the calendar, I mean, it's really nothing spectacular. It's just simply setting up for the month so I know what bills were paid. We did pay every single bill that we had. Spectrum came out at its normal premium. I think I started doing my nails. I went and got a manicure again twice. I did a mani-pedi once. I did, pedicure twice. Pedicure once, but manicure twice, and I'm happy that I'm starting to add self-care back into my routines and also the budget itself. Mother's Day was really nice. My husband made such a beautiful dinner and he baked and he just went all out, and I love him for that. My son enjoyed his birthday, my oldest son. My youngest son, at the time I'm filming this, we haven't celebrated him yet, but we will. We already have a family outing planned, and then also he's having a celebration at school, so I'm so happy about that, and he's doing so well, so I'm proud of him. National Grid came out, Allstate came out. The life policies are paid every month without fail, so we already know what that is. I just like keeping track here, and I feel like I have to do this the way it feels comfortable for me, and I'm going to be checking off things. So Allstate number 2 was $35.88, and that did come out as it was supposed to. Allstate number 1 was $32.50. That came out as it was supposed to, and I think that's it. We did save $200 for the birthdays. I did schedule and have those appointments, and I did work on revamping the routine a little bit, and it's going pretty well. So, and it cost us less money with the new routine, so I'm happy about that. It's going to cost us less money. So, vision board, 0 miscellaneous spending, that did not happen. Devoted to high quality family time, yes, because we're spending more time together, and of course teaching my 2 youngest children how to ride bikes for the first time, and they're loving it. Prayer every day at 12. I didn't do it every single day, so I get like a half check mark there because we've been praying at different times, but it has been consistent, just not at that time because I have other things going on, especially when I have to meet with clients. So just because you don't pray at the same time every day doesn't mean that you're not praying consistently every day. So you pray in the morning, you find some time in between meetings or whatever to just say a few words to God and focus on the word. That is what helped me get through a lot of difficult things in the month of May. All right. The top 3 goals, I talked about that already. We did save $200 for the birthdays. We did stick to the budget, and I'm going to go over the budget right now. And then, of course, we are always trusting God's plan because there's no other way to get through this but to trust him. All right, I'm moving through this pretty quickly, I hope, and I hope you're not bored because I think I'm starting to overthink too much and I have to calm down. All right, so we're going to close out this budget for May. I'm going to start by using my calculator and then off to the left side, and I'm going to go through each paycheck budget to see how much we gave, how much we saved, how much bills were, all of that good stuff. So first off with rent, we do have $400. We did save $1,400 to pay June's rent in the month. So that was done. Geico and YMCA came out. YMCA was less than what we budgeted. I was so happy that instead of it coming out at around $98, it came out at $97. So I'll take that dollar savings. For the electricity bill, it came out at $41.61. So we had some savings there. Allstate, let's see if I can add it up, because the first Allstate premium was $32.50 and the second Allstate premium was $35.88. And that is a total of $68.38. And then Spectrum was $84.99. That's usual. Metro PCS was less than what we budgeted. And they're not Metro PCS anymore. They're Metro by T-Mobile. That bill was $131. And National Grid was higher than what we budgeted because I did not include the fee that I know I'm going to be charged every single month when I use my credit card, which is fine because we more than make that up with the cash reward since we use the credit card to pay our bills. $5.75. Ooh, no, that's not nice. Let's do over. I'm going to try it again. $5.75. That's how much we paid. And then our first food offering was $60. So let's turn this around and do a quick addition. We have $1,400 for rent plus $70.04 plus $41.61 plus $68.38 plus $84.99 plus $131 plus $5.75 plus $60. Okay, so our bills came out to $1,861.77. What? I need to double check to make sure I did my math right. No. Sorry, see, my math was wrong. It was $1,961. Okay, $1,961.77 for our monthly bills, and then savings. I did save $200 for the birthdays, and I did that in the very first paycheck budget of the month. So I'm glad that happened early. And then for purpose funds is there's so many of those. But I broke it down. Actually, it was $75. And I included household, although it's not technically, it doesn't fit in that category, but I'm going to add it here. So 75 plus 25 equals 100, and then miscellaneous was 5. So we did save $105 in the month of May for P funds, purpose funds, including household and miscellaneous. For cash, we said we would pull out $600. So I have to take a look and see if I did that. $150 in the first week, $150 in the second week, $150 in the third week, and then $150 in week 4. That is $600. So let's go back here and let's just write this in. All right, so $6, $7, $8, $9, $905 is what we use for monthly savings as planned. The cash, most of it is saved, but some of it is put aside for spending. I just lumped it into savings, but I think I'm going to change that for June so that it's less confusing for me, because we have more than this saved, but we didn't save the entire $600. All right. So miscellaneous was the tithe. That was the only thing we included in that category. And let's see where we are. For the first week, we gave $80. I think we did the same thing every week. Second week was 80, so that's already 160. Third week was 80. And the fourth week was 80. So that is $320, just as we planned, that went towards savings. That went towards the tithe. So tithe, $320. All right, so let's look at the income now, because we budgeted for $3,200 and we did have some rollover. I don't think, okay, the first week we used $814, right? That was some from Amazon and then the rest from just regular W-2 income. In the second week, we did have rollover, so we can't include that. So we're using $800 in the second week. And then in the third week, we also used $800. And then in week 4, we used $800. So that's $3,214 of income that we used in the month of May. 3,214. Right? Just total that up. So now we know how much we actually used for income. 3,214 minus 1961.77 minus 905 minus $320. That leaves us with $27.30. That's how much we had remaining from this budget. Nice. So now let me go ahead to my budget check. And this is just an extra way to check how much was used, how much was spent. So I'm going to use my black pen here. And the income actual was $3,214. The bills was $1,961.77. The savings was $905. And miscellaneous was $320, which leaves us with $27.30. Now, I did take some money in pretty much every week of the month, and I sent it to the Zero Out Challenge. So I think that's where some of this money went, because I sent 8 cents in the first week, $7.45 in the second week, $9 in the third week, and $4.25 in the fourth week. I don't know if that's going to add up to $27.30. I'm not going to check it this time, but I like to see that at least we weren't over budget. We had more at the end of the month. So that's always good. Percentages, the bills, 1961.77. I know it's going to be high. Divided into 32.14, multiplied by 100. 61% of this income went towards our bills, including additional giving. So just keep that in mind. Birthday savings, purpose funds, cash we pulled out, that was 905 divided into 32.14 multiplied by 100. 28% of the income was saved. And giving, 32.14 divided in, 320 divided into 32.14 multiplied by 100 is 9.9%. Yeah, almost 10. 9.9% of this income went to miscellaneous or giving. I like seeing the percentages and seeing where we are. So we were still under budget for our bills, which is always a good thing for me. And let's just find out how much. 1975 minus 1961.77, $13.23. And I sent money to the emergency fund, which I didn't calculate, but I did send $4.12 to the emergency fund in the month of May. I'm pointing this out and I'm reminding myself while I'm sharing it with you that we did that because we had saved on some of our bills. And even though we didn't plan to put anything to the emergency fund in May, we still did something. All right. And I made some other moves that I'm sharing on Transfer Tuesday. So if you want to hear about the emergency fund and how we're progressing with that, I'm sharing it separately because it's one goal that we're really pushing towards. And I'm doing that every Tuesday. All right. I think that's it for our May budget. I'm super excited. We did end the month with $960 in the account, but then also $450 I pulled out to do like a quick bill exchange on my other channel, but that money is going back in. But we are ending the month pretty strong, and we're paying June's rent and just keep on moving forward and not giving up with our goals. And hopefully you enjoyed me closing out this budget. I think we did really well sticking to the budget. I'm glad that we had a few dollars extra income to use to save more. I don't think anyone should be ashamed of saving 8 cents or 5 cents or $1 or $3 whenever you can, because truly every savings account that we have, it's been increasing and adding up. But if you are putting some of your money in a place that will grow for you, trust me, even if you feel like you're not making a great deal of money right now, you can still save. And those interest rates in the savings accounts can help give you a little bit of boost. So when you look at it and you say, oh gosh, I earned 5 cents and I only been putting a few dollars here and there. Or if you have your emergency fund in a high yield savings like we do, or taking advantage of a CD if you want. I mean, those are just ways that we are making our money work for us while we're using the least amount of income. So don't think a lower income means you can't save and make money moves and make your money work for you, because you absolutely can. So thank you so much for watching my May budget closeout. The June budget reset is next. Hey legacy builders, welcome back to Mind Your Money. This is my budget reset for the month. I've already closed out May's budget and I'm setting up June's budget. I'm super excited about this because I like just wiping the slate clean and starting fresh. So the very first thing that we're going to talk about in this part of the video is my brain dump. Now, I like to just get certain things off of my head onto paper so that it helps me to focus on the things that are most important for the month ahead. Now, produced cash flow is the first thing that I wanted to get off of my head, because I'm starting to think of more ways to produce cash flow for my household that doesn't just come from regular W-2 employment or even freelance, because it depends on how many clients I can talk to, how many policies I can write, but I want more ways to produce a cash flow that is passive. Summer is coming up very quickly, so we have to start planning for summer fun and games, and then I need to print out a new annual budget workbook for myself with a different cover. I want to start fresh for the third quarter of the year. So hopefully this month, in the month of June, I will have a new budget workbook to use. I need to restock some cleaning supplies in the house because we're starting to run low. So it's time to, get that built back up again. And then also need to clear my credit card balance. So we did not pay off the card to a zero balance in the month of May. So I want to make sure that in June we clear it out. Again, that's directly tied to producing cash flow. So I need to be able to produce more income coming in some way. And one of the many ways that I can right now, so that we can clear that out and start preparing better for future expenses, because we overspent. And I really went and spent money for Teacher Appreciation Week when I really didn't have it, but I wanted to do something. So my heart was in the right place, but I didn't use wisdom. And I regret it, but clearing the credit card balance is important, and I have to trust God's process. I am focused on saving for wellness, summer, and clothes. Summer meaning summer fun, summer activities, and also clothes, because my boys are growing so fast and clothes are really expensive, even for little boys. Like, it costs a lot. The next thing is the emergency fund. I cannot forget to contribute to the emergency fund in the month of June. If you watch any of my Transfer Tuesday video lives that I've been doing, or if you watch on Thursdays when I go live here on the channel, I've been talking about that. I forgot to include the emergency fund in May. No, I didn't forget, but I didn't include it. And I don't know why. I guess I wanted to focus more on savings challenges and other things, but we really have to get back to contributing to that so we can finish strong. All right. The next thing that I worked on is my calendar. So really simple. One of the things I wanted to remember is to be present, which is why I use that sticker there. We have 5 Fridays in the month of June. So it is a golden month for us. And I love golden months because that means we get paid 5 times. Not that there aren't other paydays throughout the month, but usually Friday is the day where I close out the budget and reset for the next week. We have a few events. There's a health fair on the 10th. Then there's a Regents Week, which is a statewide testing from the 14th through the 16th. And then Father's Day is on the 18th. Juneteenth is on the 19th. And then the last day of school is the 27th. And then I just wrote in the paydays. Oh, also Spider-Verse. Spider-Verse movie drops on Friday, June 2nd. So we definitely want to go as a family to see that. And what else? We have bills. Rent, Geico, YMCA on the 1st, PSCG on the 5th, Spectrum on the 12th, Allstate 1 on the 13th. That's one life policy. Metro T-Mobile is due on the 18th, and the second life policy is due on the 19th, and the National Grid is due on the 24th. I didn't have much to write into my to-do goals and affirmations, so I just put stickers. One of them reads, be happy. The second one says, create joy. So I'm going to be so happy to look at that every time I open up my book and my calendar, just to remind me to be happy. Like Marlene over at Snowgarden 307's channel always says, just keep smiling, keep being happy. And yeah, that's pretty much it. For my vision board, just a few things I want to get done for June. Not so much like the bigger overall vision, but just for this month, I want my suitcases filled for vacation. So I have a vision that will be done. And it's more of like a declaration. We're going to fill our suitcases so we can have the proper clothes and all the things that we need to go on vacation. Another big thing is to start eating cleaner, and not just eating, but also the products that we use for like our self-care, our soaps, our hand soaps, our cleansers, all the things. We're trying to avoid using things with like artificial colors and things like that. So we're trying to eat cleaner and live cleaner, and to hopefully improve my mood, because I've noticed my mood has been a little down lately. So I want to make some changes, and I'm going to start there. We need to reinstate family game nights. That's a game. Family game nights. And then we also need to have family eating out days. So I know the summer is coming up, but I want to start in June having at least twice where we go out, just us, and we eat and then talk and have a good time, because we haven't done that in a while. We need to get out a lot more. And then 2 more stickers that I really I love the messages in them. Enjoy the journey and embrace what is good. So that's just some things to focus on. The biggest sticker at the top reads, it's your journey and your heart knows the way. So I'm trusting the Lord with this month's goals also. So 3 goals for the month. And these are also like declarations. They're goals, but they're declarations. I wrote it out to sound like I'm telling myself that this is what we're going to accomplish. I will save $250 in the emergency fund, and that's the minimum. I will complete the first round of Save My Hourly Rate, and that first round is $450. So we should get there. We already started saving, so we have I think almost $300 in there now. So that should definitely be doable in the month of June. And then my third declaration or goal is to put $100 aside for my kids' clothes, and to make sure I earn enough to cash out through Fetch, Receipt Hog, and Surveys on the Go, because I've kind of been slacking on those 3, and those are some big, extra cash makers for me. So I want to make sure I take advantage and cash out from those in the month of June. And finally, the actual monthly budget. So the plan for June, since it is a golden month, is to use the minimum income of $4,000. And with that, that's just W-2 or freelance income for me. So I'm not going to include any side income. I'm not including any cash rewards or interest earned or anything like that. Just basic bare bones expenses, and that's $4,000. So our bills, we have rent, okay? We're going to be saving up to pay July's rent in June. Then we have our car insurance with Geico. We have our gym membership with YMCA. And we have our electricity bill, of course. We have our Spectrum internet bill. We have our cell phone bill, which we're budgeting $131 this month. Usually it's $135, but the bill has been consistently $131 for, I don't know, I think 4 months now. So I'm hoping it will stay like that. First fruit is an offering. It is not a bill, but I'll put it within the bill so I don't forget. So that giving still happens. National Grid is our gas company. I rounded that up to $6 this month because I know they charge a fee when you use a credit card, which again is fine with me because we more than make up that fee with the rewards cash. So we rounded that up to $6. And with Allstate, 2 life policies at $69. The total for our monthly bills is coming up to $19.72. Then we have our monthly savings. Transportation is $220, right? Because we need to pay back our credit card for every piece of transportation, every type of travel we take for the month. Let's say it that way. Emergency fund is $250. Investing is also $250 because we didn't do any investing from our income in the month of May. So we have to get back to the 100 shares challenge and making sure we're building up that IRA as well. Clothing, we need $100 set aside for that. For Christmas, we're going to put $25, vacation $33, and that's a total of $878 for our monthly savings, okay? And then, of course, our tithe, which I listed under miscellaneous just because it's a giving, but it could change, it could increase, but we're budgeting at least $400. And then for cash, we're going to pull out $750 in the month of June so that I can put some money aside for regular cash spending for my 3 boys so they can have cash to do things when they want for the month or in the month of June. And then also savings challenges because I like doing savings challenges and they all have a purpose, right? So our miscellaneous category is at $1,150. So when we subtract $19.72 for bills, $878 for savings, and $1,150 for miscellaneous from the $4,000 income, we get 0. Nothing left remaining to budget with. So that's what we like. That's what we want to see. Then I just do a quick flip through for you of the paycheck budgets because I've already written out our top priorities. This has helped me tremendously when I come back to set up the budget, the numbers itself, and then close out the budget. I'm still looking at something that inspires and encourages me. So instead of an actual goal, I'm just putting scripture. So Proverbs 3:10 through 11, honor the Lord with your possessions and with the first fruits of all your increase. That's for paycheck number 1. And then for paycheck number 2, Psalm 34:9, those who fear the Lord lack nothing. For paycheck number 3, the top priority is Matthew 6:24-25. Seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added to you. Basically, don't worry about tomorrow. And then for paycheck number 4, Psalm 84:11, the Lord God is sun and shield. No good thing does he withhold from those whose walk is blameless. And for paycheck number 5, it is time for us to prosper. That's just a simple declaration. Hopefully you can take something of value from this video, from my closeout and my budget setup, and to see, how other people plan out for the month. June, we're going to track expenses like we usually do. And then I'm also going to go ahead and do my check-ins for expenses because we're using that one credit card for most of our household expenses. And I want to make sure we keep at it so we don't dig ourselves into a hole. I have not tracked my savings funds in a while. I'm going to share that with the membership soon. And then, of course, we're going to track our net worth because I haven't done it in 2 months. And it's time to get back to tracking our savings rate, tracking. I found something valuable in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you continue to mind your money, manage it well, and live your lives abundantly. Bye for now.
Not yet.